Welcome back, watch lovers. You know what time it is. And today I'm joined by Gavin.
Well, it wasn't going to be Spencer because he's an absolute flipping deserter, isn't he? What has happened?
He's stuck on the beach with his surfboard, lifeboard.
Yeah, and by the way, disclaimer, I just want to say, in case you hadn't worked out, that is most definitely not Spencer Dryer's body. It is actually, apparently, it's David Hasselhoff, and we just did a bit of photoshopping.
From Baywatch.
Yes.
Very good photoshopping, though.
It's not bad. We're quite good at that. We're quite good at a bit of photoshopping in the office. Yeah. Kaylie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, what's happened? Where is he?
I mean, there's a show in 3 weeks. There is.
Yeah, but forget a show in 3 weeks. On Friday, we were doing a show. I get a picture of David Hassel Dryer up there, which tells the whole world that Spencer's obviously going to be on. I got loads of gimmicks lined up for. Do you know what I lined up for him today, Kaylie? What does Spencer love more than anything in life apart from you and me and watches?
And his family.
And his family. All right, it's about 7th in the list. What does he like? And motorbikes.
Lego.
And Paul Thorpe. He loves Lego. And I had a whole thing planned out for him here today. I wanted to do a Lego challenge with him. Dryer, I've got a Lego challenge for you whenever you're back, okay? Which is basically, here's a little 6+ set. It's for 6-year-olds. But Spencer can't multitask, can he?
Oh, no. One thing he can't do is multitask, let me tell you.
Yeah, so he can't speak into his microphone, I don't think, and make a 6-year-old Lego set. And I wanted to challenge him.
He can't even speak into his microphone without the Lego set.
The idea was that on today's show, he was supposed to build this Star Wars 40th Return of the Jedi X-Wing fighter whilst we did a show. And he hasn't turned up.
He knew. He's had a sixth sense, 100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Not only that, but I bloody well bought him a present, because if I happened to be in Lego buying a Star Wars thing for him to do on the show, I thought, oh my God, he would love that. Look, it's a James Bond Aston Martin made out of Lego, and I don't think he's got it. So, of course, I could not buy it for him.
No, of course.
And he didn't turn up for the show. So, Spencer, that's going to a charity shop tomorrow down the road, and they can sell it because you didn't show up. There's a reason why he didn't show up, Kaylie, isn't there?
There actually is, yeah. He's not he's not just like, nah.
He's actually internally combusting at the moment, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit busy, aren't they? Kaylie, you keep looking yourself on the television.
I don't know where
Darling,
I'm looking.
Your camera's up here.
I really am like Spencer.
Yeah, you're like Spencer. You're looking.
I swear it's this seat.
It is the sea. It is the sea. Welcome to Monday evening. Welcome to That Watch Guy London. It's great to have you all with us. I've been watching everybody in the chat. I do know, obviously, it's the Foxes versus Newcastle United tonight. I'm sorry about that, but do keep us posted with the scores, because it should be a thrilling game. And I imagine Newcastle will knock 10 barrels of stuffing out of them, and that will be the end of it. Yeah, they'll be going down, unfortunately. Good evening, Russell. Good evening, Geezer. Marlight Roofing. Good evening, Nicola. Suffolk Des. Hello to everyone. Hope you're all doing well and you've had a good weekend. We're on episode 101.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
99
whoop.
to go.
Yeah. I had here, give Spencer the logo and tell him about the challenge you've lined up. Well, that's out the window.
Okay, well, that's done. Cross.
Let's actually get to it. So Spencer's probably for the next couple of weeks going to be a bit tight, because he's over at the new showroom.
Yeah.
Because there's a BQ show in about 3 weeks' time.
Yes, 10th and 11th of June.
And I would imagine that if Spencer went back and watched our shows about 7 weeks ago, where he was laughing and joking about the showroom being ready in a couple of weeks, he's now, body popping about how quickly it's come around, and he's got to get things up and ready.
He's no longer a watch dealer at the minute, everyone. He's currently a builder and a project manager. And let me tell you, he's going for it.
He is going for it. I said to him today, I came in today and we managed finally to do an unboxing, everyone.
I know.
We haven't done one in about 2 months. We did an unboxing, and I sat down with Spencer because he popped back for a quick lunch, and I said to him, oh my God, look at your hands. You've actually got builder's hands. And he wears gloves as well when he's on site helping. He is, I have to say, what a massive amount of skill set Spencer's got. He really has, hasn't he?
No, that's not a joke. It really, that's really true.
4 CDs, how did Spurs get on the weekend? That's a really good question. I would say, if you want my analysis, first half, if I thought we were going to win 4-0 after Harry Kane scored that incredible free kick, some of the best football we've played, as James just said, I would probably say now we're likely to be losing Harry Kane. We need about 19 new players. We need a new manager. Thankfully, we've got a decent stadium, but honestly, we're about as bad as it gets. Kaylie.
Aren't Chelsea quite bad at the minute?
Chelsea, well, the problem is everybody's bad except really for Man City, who are ridiculous. Arsenal, the wheels absolutely fell off their bus, thank goodness, and they finished second. Although I have to say, hats off to them, they had a fantastic season.
Yeah. But Man City could win 3, couldn't they?
And I hope they do. I really hope they do. Right, that's all the football stuff done. So it's been an interesting time. What I did notice actually is that your office is starting to look like the Great Wall of China. There are watches everywhere, and they've been everywhere, like piled high in a very nice system.
Yeah, they're very organised, but it's just like
it's taking a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot, yeah.
You told me when we sat down for dinner before that you've done an enormous amount of overtime this month, haven't you, to try and sort of wade through it all? Yeah,
I mean, it's just been
incredible.
You can't do it.
Am I allowed to say the figure? Because I think it's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, she's done 100 hours of overtime in 4 weeks to make sure that this stuff gets waded through. Yeah. Because it's a lot, isn't it?
It's crazy. Spencer's probably done like 300. I'm not joking.
He works an enormous amount of hours.
Yeah, it's mental. Yeah. But we are getting there. It is getting there slowly, but you know. Yeah.
Rara says Newcastle have been great. Ian Nixon, don't give up supporting Gav. It's your team. I will always support Tottenham till I literally am no longer. But I will say I'm big enough to say when we're awful, and we are awful. I mean, we're literally awful. But I do love football. And that's the important thing. And I love the way Man City play. I love the confidence they play with. And actually, if we're doing football very quickly, Kaylie, Pep Guardiola has literally changed Premier League football. I think the way his style of football, what he's done, everybody tries to play like them, even Sunday league teams. It makes me laugh. I go and watch my son play football. He's 26 years old. They try to play out from the back. It's embarrassing because they're just not good enough. But they try to play out because that's what Man City do. So even down to like the youth level, now they're trying, instead of hoofing up the pitch and just going for it, they all try to play out for the back. So
that is so funny. I actually wanted to say quickly that if anyone isn't coming to the show or they don't know what to do, if you go onto the website, a ticket pops up and you can register to come, just in case anyone doesn't know how to do it or what to do.
I would imagine out of the 122 people currently watching us, Kaylie, 122 of them
somebody just said, am I invited? So I'm hoping.
Are you invited? Everyone's invited. Kevin, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're well. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Kaylie and I have been doing accents for about the last hour. Yeah, mate. We were going to do the whole show in Australian, see how we got on, and then we decided it wasn't such a great idea.
We thought no.
So things in the office, and busy. You said to me today, like, you don't remember in recent sort of months where it's been a day of absolute, like, watches going out, like sales and bits and pieces.
It's been crazy the last few weeks. Listen, like selling, buying. Today was crazy busy, I mean, like every other day, but today was crazy busy. People
prices,
buying.
Let's talk about, because I know everybody's still interested in prices and pricing, which is important to people. They do like it. I've seen, because we manage that Facebook group, don't we?
Yeah.
The Rolex group. Which basically is just a buy and sell of all things watches. But I saw there's been quite a few watches coming in, and people are asking people where they should price them, which is quite interesting. But things have definitely settled now, haven't they?
They've 100% settled now.
Yeah.
Especially, obviously, I think a lot of people are still on last year's prices.
Yes.
But listen, the watches that are still doing well, like your Daytonas, your root beers, like your sports
You said
models.
root beers haven't moved in forever.
No, they're like 17-ish.
Yeah.
Haven't moved. Daytonas are still like 27. They're kind of like level. I think it's like leveled out now. Like that's where they're at. They're not like falling. They're not high. They're just like chilling. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And what about the sort of, it's a fact that consignment is definitely like worldwide.
Yeah, 100%.
It's what's going on now because it just seems sensible. But is that really stopped the last of the flippers? Because really, there's no guarantee they're going to be able to flog their watches unless it's unless it's a bid.
A brand new one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is with flippers is obviously they're flipping, so they literally come in to sell to then be able just to get the money to go again.
Yeah.
But obviously, the one thing with flippers is what they want on their watches is still so high, and it's like, if that's what you're looking for, as a trader, it's like, we're just not going to pay that, but we can obviously offer the commission, which everyone knows if you sell something on commission, you will always get more than as an outright sale.
Yeah.
But I think obviously with flippers, they need the money there and then to then go again.
Yeah, because they don't really have deep pockets. Or maybe they don't have deep pockets, I don't know.
And also some things are kind of trading maybe underlist on the grey market. So they're
in
flipping
in the Rolex world.
Yeah, they're flipping and they're not making money, right? So
interesting. Wow. I mean, wow, how the world has turned on its head.
Yeah.
And basically back to where it was a number of years ago.
Yeah, before like flippers. And
but interesting. I saw that Red Shovel is back and allowed to comment, because I managed to sort that out. I saw him the other day just making a comment that he couldn't comment. Finally, after an hour of faffing around in settings, I managed to find that he'd been muted somewhere along the line.
That's weird.
By a moderator, and we managed to sort that out. So, Red, great to have you back with us. Hope you're doing well. If you haven't already done so, please do give us an upvote. Ray Ray's asking, is opening a strictly ticket affair? It's not actually an opening of...
No.
I mean, it just happens to be the first event that's going on there.
Yeah, it's not the grand opening of the office.
And also, it's not... necessarily just a BQ watches show.
It's actually nothing really.
Yeah,
we're just hosting it. Yeah, we're not like.
Yeah,
there's a lot of brands there.
So keep an eye on our channel. Keep an eye on the D Time Love channel as well, because Dee's put this show together. The man also works tirelessly.
If James goes to events, on our website.
If you pop across to events up there, James. There you go.
And then if you scroll down,
they're lovely looking renders,
aren't they?
There we go.
Keep going.
Look at that, pomade and everything.
I think keep going. Maybe don't keep going.
Maybe don't keep going. Okay, well, we'll get to that after.
Yeah.
But basically, you can register your interest on the website to come, and it would be great to see you. At the show. Greggy Boy says, wasn't muted by me for WIW, whatever it's worth. I guess that is. That would be a good guess, wouldn't it? Great to have you. Lost my track there.
Sorry.
I had questions. I had stuff for Spencer here. You're just going to have to make the most of it, okay? Did you see the Sotheby's auction?
No.
Kaylie?
Sorry.
Did you not see? So in the past couple of weeks, there's been 100 million of watch sales at 2 auctions, Sotheby's and Phillips. And I was going to show this to Spencer because I thought he'd really appreciate this. You probably won't know what JPS is, will you? John Player Special.
No,
If I give you a clue, that's a John Player Special car. Mean anything to you? That's Nigel Mansell. Oh, it's actually as a model. That is John Player Specials. They were a cigarette brand from the 19...
Are they still John Players? No.
They probably are. You just don't see them advertised. And if they do, it's got your lungs and your kidneys.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
That's how packets used to look back in the day. Just very nice. But this is a John Player Daytona, which was auctioned last week in Geneva, I believe it was.
Wow.
Reference 6241. And it sold for 2.49 million.
Shut up.
Wow, yeah. Named for its resemblance to the black and gold livery of the Team Lotus, which is this. Cigarette brand John Player in the 1970s. It's believed to be one of just 300 18-carat yellow gold 6241s ever produced. Wow. Only a small fraction of which were fitted with a black and gold dial.
Who got them? Just if you were lucky. Was it like a reason that you could get them, or is it just back then if you...
It didn't say in my notes who got it, but I would imagine it's just one of those things that was just a little bit rare.
Yeah, 100.
And they were expecting to get about 1.3 million for it. And they got 2.49.
Wow.
And here's another interesting one, which was actually sold in New York. It's a very rare, this is by Phillips, a 1958 Milgauss.
Oh my God.
Okay, sold for $2.5 million, and it was bought by Rolex.
Shut up.
Rolex bought it back for their museum.
Really?
Which is very, very interesting. And I have heard, so there was a buyer in the room, and then it transpired that the buyer was for Rolex.
Wow.
And they've bought it for their museum.
Do, like, these auction, like Phillips, did the people get to see what's going on auction before the auction?
Yeah,
so they obviously saw that this was up there. And obviously it's very...
Yeah, there's always catalogues ahead of it, so you can...
Well, Spencer would love that.
And I was flicking through Hodinkee the other day, and I could have been Watch Pro, actually, and they had 100 pictures of people who attended the auction and what watches they were wearing. As I said, I'm not sure if it was Watch Pro or Hodinkee, but have a look at the article, because some of the watches that people turned up to the auction in were insane, and a lot of these collectors turned up double-wristed.
Really?
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever, and they were all double-wristed, and they had some insane watches on.
I bet. Christ.
Yeah. Kaylie, somebody had a moon swatch on. Just saying,
Shut
putting
up.
it out there.
You're such a
Someone
liar.
definitely had a moon swatch on. So there we go. So that was the auction. What's on your wrist, Kaylie? What was supposed to be on your wrist, Kaylie?
A watch.
What did you bring in?
Well, I bought something in, but it goes for a bit later on.
No, it comes for right now.
Oh, you want to go into
5 watches for summer.
But that's not my first one.
It's not your first one?
No.
Okay, all right, we won't do that then. We'll do
my
your
second one.
So what we thought we'd do, because we're coming into the summer months, even though I've just realised I'm wearing a jumper again, we thought we'd talk about 5 watches for summer. And whilst I was doing all my cutting and research for today, I realised that actually what I thought I was going to put down and sort of maybe like the trends, I totally changed my mind as I started going through all of the watches, thinking what would I take on my next holiday. That's the way I viewed it. And maybe from that perspective, I thought to myself, having just come back from Barcelona, where I nearly got robbed of my watch.
What did you wear?
I was wearing actually a Pelagos 39, and I got eyed up, spotted, and really felt a little bit under pressure.
Really?
Yeah. And when I got back to the hotel, I told the story a couple of weeks ago. When I got back to the hotel, 2 Americans came and had been robbed of their watches that afternoon, sort of down in the square, as it were. But it kind of changed my view. So let's have a look at James. Can you bring up my laptop, please? Let's have a look at what you've picked out first.
Okay, so I thought this one, because it's blue, like I just feel like it's just a little bit summery. You're by the sea. You've got this on summer. You know?
Beautiful. And by the way, guys, do pop in the comments. I'd love to know your 1 to 5 or what you would choose.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to take away with you on holiday, not necessarily have 5, but 5 watches for summer that you'd wear through the summer. Stick them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look in the comments, see what you guys would pick out. So you've picked out my my lovely Milgauss.
I have.
Z
and
blue.
then next is one that I actually have here, which I don't think there's summer without this. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it how it is. Okay. I don't think you can have summer without this watch. Sorry.
And I would probably say... that is, for me, probably the ultimate, I think, summer
100%
chilled watch.
Yeah.
My only problem with it is, because it's one of my 5 as well.
Okay.
It's one of my 5. But my only concern is, is it upside down? I can't see because I'm too far away and I got my glasses on. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you, everybody. It's upside down. My only problem with this is, in the real world, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable actually taking that abroad and wearing it out for the evening, because I now feel just a little bit conscious, like it's a real thing, which is kind of sad to say, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking positively that it's not.
Okay.
I'm just thinking.
So you've
maybe summer in my garden.
Yeah, summer in your garden, and I think that's an absolutely stunning watch, and it's definitely one of my 5 as well.
Yeah.
That has tremendously held its value as well.
100. Obviously, one time it was at 45, which was just ludicrous, but it's stuck at 20. It's been at 20 now for a good few months. It's very, Yeah,
Nick Nicholas saying, what's the saying, go big or go home? Yeah, rah saying that's not for me. Kid Mambo, there's just something special about the bluesy dial in the sunlight. Well, that's interesting. Because up next, Kaylie, you have got... Not a bluesy.
No. But the yellow one of this. Just because I feel like out of all the OPs, in my opinion, if you would tell me to pick a summer one, it's the Tiffany and the yellow.
But I'm going to give a but for me on this, because I absolutely agree yellow summer. But that is very much mustard as a colour and not like sunshine yellow.
But I feel like it isn't in person. I feel like it's not that mustardy. I do understand what you mean.
Will that help it?
But I do understand what you mean. But I feel like in person it is still very. I mean, there's still definitely a bit of yellow there.
Kaylie, your mummy says that would be my watch for summer, winter, spring, and autumn. When's it coming, Kaylie?
I mean, I don't know what she thinks. Yeah,
you're still saving. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100 hours of overtime. There we go. IG Walks and Watches says Orange Dial, Planet Ocean, boom, summer watch. Absolutely, that would be like an absolute cracker. Next on your list
is the Bluesy.
Bluesy two-tone.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the ceiling yellow gold, obviously blue. I just think summer,
sunshine.
Yeah, like I think someone said in the comments. The sun like shining on the blue, I think is phenomenal. Like I think it's just a really great contrast.
Yeah, Chris Lutty says Moon Swatch, Casio G-Shock, Bluesy, Pepsi, Bellum Ross 5. That's a good one. Dave Mariano, my Tudor Pelagos FXD and LHD are my top 2. Cheers, Gavin and Kaylie. I've been into 2 Tudor boutiques in the last week, and I've seen the left hand for the first time. I've seen the left-hand drives for sale.
Really?
Yeah. I got a call last week from Tudor about the Black Bay I'm after with the red.
Oh, in the Jubilee?
Yeah, in the Jubilee, and I was told to come pick it up right away, or I can't have it, and I couldn't get into town that day. I literally couldn't get into town. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. They had an event at Tudor in Covent Garden, and all three of them went. Yeah, that was good.
That's annoying.
Let's have a look. Paul Simmons says, there are many cities and towns in the UK that are safe to wear the big value watches. Just be aware of your surroundings and conceal when in doubt. And that is really true, except I was in Selfridges the other day in Rolex, just having a little chat, and I had on my wrist my Hulk, because I just went and got it out. And the shop assistant told me that I should really cover that up. And that's in Selfridges. Wow. Told me to cover my wrists. So yeah,
I mean that's something.
Yeah. In Vancanza says Breitling Endurance Pro. That's a good one in orange. 2 moon swatches. Mission to Uranus. 2 great summer watches. Mission to Uranus is a stunner for summer. That's the light baby blue one. We could almost call it Tiffany, couldn't we?
Yeah. 100%.
What's next on your list, Kaylie?
So yeah, sorry. I know we'll talk about
go
safety,
big or go home.
Go big or go home for me.
So for everybody, this would be the John Mayer Daytona. For you, this is the Molly May Daytona, isn't it?
Yeah, this is just for me.
This is just you.
Yeah, sorry, but if there's one thing in life that I want, is that.
I think probably, actually, I know we said that the Tiffany is the ultimate summer watch. I think actually probably if you've got the balls to wear it.
But I've seen it in the daylight, and that is... It's like second to none. Like, you just don't realise. Like, I feel like in photos, anything can make something look good, but when you're in the daylight with the sun shining, that's when you know. And that.
Yeah. The Mad Watch Collector says, oh my God, is there any point wearing these watches now? Jeez. And I kind of agree, which is why I totally changed track on my 5 watches for summer. So if I just flick up my phone again, that's definitely one of my 5, because I just think if I was going away I felt it was okay, I'd bring that out and I'd probably wear it at night for nighttime, because I think it would look very, very nice.
Okay.
And I'd be totally, totally happy with that. You take that one back, Kaylie. For interest, here's, I'm going to just take that off. Here's a watch I take with me on every single holiday. And it's for a very good reason. And you may laugh.
I know why.
Okay. This is, as you can see, is it right way up? Yep. It's a Swatch. But this is a Swatch Pay, which means when I'm on the beach, not looking like Spencer does in the picture, but when I'm on the beach, looking like a beached up whale, and somebody very nicely wants to buy me a drink, or I want to buy someone a sandwich or a lunch, I just have to flip my watch over and pay without taking out my phone. So it's a Swatch Pay. It's functional.
Can I ask you a question about it?
I think it's a really nice looking watch, because it's my favourite colours, green and orange. You can ask me a question.
So obviously I've got an Apple Watch, so obviously I can have my card on.
Same thing.
But I still have to double tap it. But you literally just go.
I can literally just do that and it pays.
But have you got an app that you would put your card on?
Yeah, my card's loaded onto a Swatch app.
Yeah.
And I can just tap, and it really, really does work well.
Wow.
And so that is 100% a watch I take on every single holiday, because I think it's just amazing to have. And honestly, don't care about scratching it. It's absolutely brilliant.
Do you have to charge it?
No, it's a Swatch. It's got a battery in it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, and great value. It's 80 quid.
That's quite
absolutely
cool.
Phenomenal value. Love it. Absolutely love that watch. So everybody run to a Swatch shop and grab one of these for 80 quid. It makes every difference on your holiday. You don't have to grab your phone. You don't have to grab your money. I also have it linked to a currency card as well. So when I'm on holiday, it actually debits the card for the currency. So that's quite cool. I 100% love to have a nice watch with me, or something that feels nice to have. And I take my Tudor Pelagos as one of my 5. And the reason why I take that is I love how light it is. I'm actually in love with this watch. I think it doesn't matter what time of day or night, I can see the time, which is the most important thing for me. I'm not that interested in the date, and I love wearing it. And I think it is truly, it's one of my favourite day-to-day watches. I really, really do enjoy wearing that. Okay? I cannot not... I'm sorry that they're all a bit cheap and shit and not Rolexes and all the rest of it, but I'm just being honest and real. I would definitely take my mission to the moon. And why I get more comments wearing that watch than I do pretty much any other watch. And why? Because if you are someone who likes watches, you kind of know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't care, honestly, if it gets pinched. I don't care if I smash it. I had somebody the other day message me saying they've got a scratch on their Swatch. What should they do? It's a Swatch. It's plastic. It's going to get scratched. And I think that's really kind of important. It's so comfy to wear. And I think, and I love all my moon swatches, but I do love my journey to the moon. And I think it does it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just because I needed to make it up to 5, I just pulled this one out the drawer because I haven't worn it for ages. So I've been wearing this all day, which is just for a bit of fun. And because it's white, and we said white is summer, is my Rubik's Cube Casio G-Shock. And so the most expensive thing I'd be taking away is $4,000 worth of watch. Oh,
calm down, that's 20.
Well, yeah, that's 20. But to be fair, I probably really wouldn't be taking that away with me. But just for summer watches, I think, yeah, it kind of does it. Kid Mumba saying, Kaylie, do you find the seasons affect the style of watches people are interested in? For example, bluesy for summer, root beer for autumn.
Not necessarily, but I do think people probably think, I've been wanting this watch, it's now coming up to summer where I can wear it, so be a good time to buy it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that people buy particular watches in the summer and the winter.
Yeah.
It's normally like what they want, and then they're like, actually I can buy it now, and it seems to be summer, so it's great.
I was flicking through a website today called Global Glam because I was Googling 5 watches for summer or watch trends for summer. And actually they came up with a few bits and pieces. 5 watches for your perfect 2023 summer style. The number 1 was a Submariner.
A Blueberry.
Yeah, a Blueberry. The next one was a Speedmaster, which I think that doesn't necessarily scream summer to me. But
none of these are screaming summer.
No, then they went Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure I'd wear that in summer. Then they went a Cartier Tank, I'm thinking, it's got a bit of gold in it, so that kind of makes sense to me. And then they went for a Nautilus, and I'm thinking, wow, yeah.
But they're not summer to me. They're very like bland and like black. Like in summer, you wouldn't necessarily wear them colours. Do you understand what I mean? Like they're very like, I'd say they're more winter watches than they are summer.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just pop that over there so I can get that out of the way. So interestingly, whenever I'm putting together my Sunday afternoons and my Sunday evenings, and pretty much most of my days on Monday, I just spent looking for the content of the evening. Kaylie, are you reading the messages, are you?
Yeah.
Are looking for content, and I always come across watches which I just think to myself, oh my goodness, wow, that looks like
something.
That looks something.
Yeah.
So I came across this and I thought to myself, ready, Kaylie, what does this remind you of straight away? I'll flick to and I'll flick off. There we go. What is that like? Richard Mille. Did everybody see that really quickly?
What is it?
I guess actually they can't see that, can they? Can you see that at home? Yeah, I guess you can.
I mean, to be fair, Gav,
guys,
looking there, it either looks like a Hublot or a Richard Mille.
Well, probably on that back screen there, actually, if you can just flick to... On that back screen there, it looks like a Richard Mille, okay?
Yeah.
This is called a Ralph Christian. I've never heard of them. It's called the Intrepid Sport. It's £235, and you get 10% off if it's your first purchase. And if I just flick through the sort of different colours... Now, I'm sure it's a bucket of rubbish... That's unfair to say that.
That's not nice.
That's not fair to say that. I apologise. I shouldn't say that. It looks like a Richard Mille for £235 on your wrist. If that's your thing, that's great. But I'd also be worried that if somebody thought it was that on my wrist, I'm probably more likely to get my arm chopped off for £235.
I feel like this is the problem when people people use other brands as, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? Inspiration.
Yeah.
Like
inspiration.
That really does look like a Richard Mille.
It really does. I mean,
you kind of know your watches, but you're not 100% sure. Yeah. But from afar, that looks like it. Like even in that picture, it looks like it, and they can't see it up close. Do you know what I mean?
Heavenly Mark says the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 57 Pastel Paradise is the ultimate women's summer watch. I might have to flick that up and have a little look what that looks like. But then it got me looking at some of their other watches, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, okay, so if that's a Richard Mille. What's this? They've got all sorts that look like all sorts.
No, look, they look like Hublots. They look like
they
Pateks,
literally
AP.
Have gone through and decided to make their own copy of everybody else's watches. But do have a little look through ralphchristiansen.com and see what you think.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, if you come across watches that look like watches or that you like, brands that you want to bring to our attention, please do pop me a message, thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com, or drop a comment to us, because I do love sifting through these things. I'll tell you what else I found this week, actually. Let me get it up, because Russell will love these. What's that, Kaylie?
Bulova.
Bulova. Yeah. Well, we can call it a Bulova, like a Pavlova. Now, everybody in the comments will probably know exactly why this is a recognisable watch. Kaylie, on August the 2nd, 1971, a Bulova chronograph was worn on the moon by an astronaut, if they went there. Engineered by Bulova for the demands of the lunar environment. Now, Bulova returns to the design and updates it with an exclusive high-precision quartz movement, continuing its legacy of precision timing with the Men's Bulova Lunar Pilot chronograph from the Archive series. I think that is a great-looking watch.
Yes.
It's got lovely retro feel to it. Russell's obviously just popped in to say hello and he's gone. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd have something to say about that. But I don't know what you guys think about that.
Somebody said, what are you two drinking?
We had a drink.
Alcohol.
Oh, alcohol? Oh, what are we drinking here?
Oh,
these, perhaps. Okay, so yes, this is called Can of Water, in case you have never it's probably a bit blown out on the camera. This is Can of Water. It's water in a can. They've been around since about 2016. It's natural spring water. They do still in sparkling. And this show is now sponsored by Can of Water, even though it's not. Can of Water, we need some cans of water. They're at F1. They're everywhere now.
Oh, are they? That's
great.
so cool.
Lunar Pilot, Russell says, taking it down a bit in size, how it got up to the moon is a very murky story.
Interesting.
Maybe it never got to the moon and they photoshopped it in back in 1971. Heavenly Mark says the Timex Panda is also on fire, and that's been all over my Instagram feed for the past day and a half. Is a brand new Timex.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And by the way, it's cheap as buttons, and obviously it's limited, and they tell you to rush before it sells out. But it's very, very interesting stuff. But here's the other iteration of that. Look at that! They give you a free strap.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, free strap on, Kaylie.
That's nice.
But I quite like that.
Yeah.
Russell, should I add one? Should I buy one? Everybody, should I buy one? Thinking I should.
Gav, you get.
What did I just say?
Like, yeah, you're just like. Okay.
Yeah. No,
it'll come in next week.
What I've realised is I've got terrible addiction problems. Most people have it to alcohol, drugs, and all sorts of things, and I can't abide any of that. I have it to trainers, and it seems to be trainers and watches. I said to James before we came on, because I bought in a pair of shoes to show you, Kaylie, because I've realised it's getting out of control. I seem to be buying at least one pair a week at the moment. There seem to be some amazing drops. I thought I'd bring this in to show everybody, because I was quite pleased that I managed to get some. Obviously,
I feel like you're very lucky though, Gav. No offence. I feel like you do know. I don't know. I just feel like you get things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I won a competition last week as well.
Where?
Oh, hold on. Let me do one thing at a time. No, seriously, I never win a thing. It's always Ian and Greggy Boy that win everything. Let's just get these out of the way first. This is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Bape. Those are the people that make the copy Rolexes. This is actually what they're known for, which is their trainers. But this is... Sorry, the paper's probably crackling.
Oh, they're cool.
This is their Adidas collab. Everybody's going to say that's absolutely disgusting.
It's very like gangstery.
It's very, very gangster's paradise.
How much were they? Can you say?
£160.
Okay.
With a big bling 30 on to celebrate the 30th anniversary.
I think they're quite cool, actually.
Not for anybody. They're actually probably just going to sit in a beautiful... I have cases with all
You're not going to wear them?
No, I don't think I'm ever going to wear them. I just don't wear them all. And that's the problem. I said to James, I'm buying all these trainers. My lounge, where I display some of this stuff, is now starting to look like...
a museum?
Well, probably more like a sneaker store. Yeah, a trainer shop. Is taking over a little bit.
Why would you buy them and not wear them?
And that is the addictive question of buying these things. I have no idea. By the way, I'm just going to say, I didn't buy one pair. I managed to get two because they had a green drop and a blue drop. And I got an email on Saturday morning saying, congratulations, you've been successful. I'm thinking, oh, great, at least I got a pair. 10 seconds later, congratulations. And if you probably go on the Bape site. They're probably readily available. But anyway, I got them, £160.
But you're not going to wear them?
No.
Ridiculous.
You can't wear everything. And you know, I've obviously got a love affair with Swatch.
Oh God, don't we know it?
Yeah. So Swatch did a drop last week. Let me just get a tab up here. Swatch did a drop last week of their last art swatches in their collection. Oh look, I'm in Spanish this time. It was these, which is the Basquiat drop. Now, you had to enter a competition for this. This was the collector's set, okay? And I spoke to my friends at Swatch and said, you know, I really like the collector's set. It's really beautiful. I'd already bought these 3 watches. And they said, no. It's scan the QR code. It's put your details in. And I got a call last week to say I'd won.
So won what, that?
I won that box set. No, I won the right to buy it. I didn't even win it. I won the right to buy it, and I was excited. So I have that. And what that has different colour hands on the watch than the regulars, and it was a very limited edition. So it's another one that never gets worn and will just sit in a box till I basically die and my children sell them. Oh, God. You tired? Am I keeping you up, darling?
Yeah, the Swatch talk's killing me.
Oh, it's killing you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. The watch collector, the Mad Watch Collector, have a lounge starting to look like shoe. It's exactly right. 4 CDs. I display trainers, trousers, shirts, pants, and socks in my living room, but the Y says to clean them up. Oh, I love that. It's brilliant. I can't get enough of the Swatch marketing bullshit. You're absolutely right. Love it. James, let's flick that off. Yeah, so it's been a bit of an epic week of just like a spendathon.
You'll like that question.
What's the question?
Russell, if I was to buy one Swatch from my channel, Gav, which one do I get?
Oh, for your channel. Well, Russell, what I would say is come round to my place, and let's go through my collection. You can pick one. I'll even let you have one on me. You can take one of my collection if you want one to have on your channel. But if I was saying one watch, one and done for a Swatch, it depends if you're going to wear it, because I have to say my Swatch Pay, which I will pop up here, it just
over a moon swatch.
Well, no, I'm not saying over a moon swatch. I'm just saying this watch for me, apart from being my favourite colours, just the fact that I can tap and pay for anything in 2023 without having an Apple Watch is fantastic. But other than that, it's definitely it's definitely the sort of the moon
100.
swatch. I actually managed to pick up 2 more moon swatches, but not for me this week. I managed to pick up the special editions, the moonshines.
Oh, you got them?
No, a friend of mine has now caught me up because I've been managing to get watches for him. In fact, he hasn't really collected them. I've been collecting for him so that he can build his collection out. He has literally not stood in a queue once, and he's managed to get them all. But he, unlike me, he's bought them on eBay. I bought 2 for him, 2 moonshines for him on eBay, because he's gone the next step from me, and he wants to have all of the moonshines that they're releasing. Speaking of which, there's seeing as we're on the Swatch chat tomorrow, if you happen to be in Leeds, the little Fiat 500 Moon Swatch buggy is on its way to Leeds. The next stop is tomorrow, United Kingdom, Victoria, Leeds LS2 7AU. That's tomorrow, and I pretty much can guarantee they will definitely have Neptunes.
Really?
So if you find yourself in Leeds tomorrow and you want to have a smash and grab and get yourself a Neptune, I would say they always seem to have them on board the cars. Russell, there's an offer you don't get every day. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But yeah, Russell, if you want to come over, we can play some... Oh, Russell, pickleball. You done that one yet? Pickleball. Google it. Fastest growing sport in America. Looks like it's for geriatrics to me, but maybe I'm geriatric. So yeah, pickleball. That'd be one for Spencer. He'll play that.
Yeah, he will.
We'll all Google it after. Yeah. And I saw actually Russell was doing his old cornhole this weekend. Don't think he was that successful. Didn't maybe do so well. I think I saw his score. I think he lost 4-1-1.
You're a winner to us, Russell.
Yeah, I do. Always a winner. I do watch that sort of stuff. So yes, that's where we're at. Should we show everybody what we unboxed this week, Kaylie?
We
totally forgot about that. Yeah,
I totally forgot.
Yeah, we've done an unboxing. Let's take a look. Damn, you're not easy to get hold of, Kaylie.
I know.
Trying to pin you down for an unboxing. Literally, it's easier to make an appointment to see the Pope. When is this backlog gonna ease up?
Don't know, Gav, don't know. But I feel like we haven't done an unboxing in a while.
We haven't.
I feel like the viewers deserve one, so I thought quickly, I said to you, get everything ready, I'll come in, then I'm out.
Let's get into it. Well, how's life? Been ages since we've done an unboxing.
I know, I'm kind of regretting saying let's do it because now I'm like stressed about what's going on.
It's really busy at BQ, really busy. But Kaylie's taken, I'm going to give it 2 minutes out of her day to get a really special unboxing done because I saw something coming. I thought, I don't think we've unboxed one of these. Kaylie, come and give me 2 minutes out of your precious day.
So feel lucky.
Yeah. So Kaylie, what have we got today?
So you actually came in, like you just said, picked it. It's actually a Cartier.
Yeah, we don't actually unbox that many Cartiers
we really
through the year, do we?
No, and I love Cartiers, and I love their box. I feel like it's very Cartier, both of their brands.
It's so beautiful, the branding, isn't it? It's very distinctive, isn't it?
Yes, and I love like the gold detailing, around it. Like we said, it's very
beautiful.
Cartier.
I've picked out a man's watch today. I'm not so sure there are such things as many women's, but tell everybody what I have picked out.
So this is a Cartier Santos with obviously the stunning, steel bracelet, and then obviously the grey dial. I believe this is the extra large one, as they call it, with like the black bezel. I just think it's very pretty. I would wear it personally.
I saw this in the safe and I thought to myself, 100% I would wear this. The integrated bracelet on it is absolutely gorgeous, and actually it's really light,
isn't it?
For a watch that's steel and not titanium, it's really light. Super thin, but it's
very will go with everything. Do you not think? Like
100%.
This jumper, blazer, shirt, like it really is one that goes with.
To be fair,
everything.
Any watch I put on have to go with this jumper.
Because
I think I live in it. It's a new one. It's a new one, to be fair. But yeah, I think the offset of the grey dial with the black bezel, and you don't always see it with the black bezel.
No, and I also like the fact that the Roman numerals are white, so the contrast between them three things with then the bracelet, I think it's actually a really good combination. Yeah, really beautiful. And also, even looking at the detail of the crown.
The crown is like a nut.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it's a nut.
It just, again, it goes with it as well. Like you've just got that subtle, like it's steel, but you've got the subtle bit on the side. I think
and also stunning. The synonymous with the Cartier brand is the screws.
Exactly.
Same as on their love bangles and all their on their other sort of merch. I'm going to slip it on because there's if this doesn't look good on me,
then it's not a good.
Then it's not a goodie because and I have to say, I'm seriously thinking about adding a Cartier back to my collection.
Are you?
Because I haven't had one for many years.
Okay.
Because I just thought I got a bit bored with it actually.
Yeah.
And that doesn't it look lovely?
Shock.
The other thing about this is it comes at just a fantastic pricing point, doesn't it? What have we got this up at, Kaylie?
So this is on our website at $6,250.
It's a discount.
It is, because list price RRP is $7,700. This is $6,250 with BQ, and this is a 2022 model, box and papers.
So that's lovely. So it's less than a year old, or around about a year old, or whatever it's going to be, 2022 model. Less than list.
Yeah.
A lovely, it's so elegant and
really
smart.
Is.
And you're right, it's the Roman numerals for me that absolutely set it off. But the bracelet as well, look at that bracelet.
Sorry, that's what I mean by classy. It's just, I just love it.
Wow. Yeah, really like that. Kaylie, if somebody wants to buy this watch, a discount to list, no waiting list, no nothing.
No nothing.
How do they find you?
So you can find me obviously at BQ Watches.
Definitely still on TikTok.
100%. Instagram.
Or telephone.
YouTube.
Oh. See you on the next one.
Bye guys.
Kaylie, didn't we?
We did.
It was really smart.
I mean, Gav, you fell in love with that as well, so.
It's a problem. It's all a problem.
Let's be honest.
James just popped in here and he said, we should do a weekly show called Gav Buys.
Yeah.
It's terrible, isn't it? It's honestly,
you're worse than a girl.
Awful. What are you saying?
I feel like you've got a shopping
Don't think you can say that in 2023.
Oh, I can.
You can say that.
I
okay.
can.
I saw somebody did make a comment, actually. Tim Jacks, they said, sport this weekend was all about Michael Block. What a legend. So Michael Block is just a regular kind of like, I don't know, tour professional, coach. And in certain tournaments, they get invited to play. and he got drawn to play with, who was it? James, Rory McIlroy. And then, pop it on the screen here, he goes up and gets a hole-in-one, Kaylie. Do you know what a hole-in-one is?
Yeah, where you kick the ball and then it...
Yeah, Michael Block on the Sunday. Look at that. So Michael Block. So he smacks the ball, doesn't just roll it in, hits it. The whole world's watching. And
Wait, is there any sound?
Look, go straight in the hole.
I'd love to hear everyone's reaction.
Yeah. They went mad. It was absolutely
incredible. Look at him, he's like, yeah. Oh my God, look.
Look at the crowd.
Wait, James, can you have sound?
Unbelievable sporting stuff. And there's Rory McIlroy. This guy's just a regular pro. I don't know if he's got a tour card. I don't know what it is, but... so there you go. No tour card, James says. But absolutely amazing. And he's been invited to the next PGA Tour event. Incredible.
That is so funny.
Feel like we're like all over the place here today with like sports, aren't we?
I don't know how I'm getting involved as well.
Let's just take that off the screen, shall we? So I was going to look up on the show, and guess what came up on the screen there? The golden ticket for the BQ Watch show.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. James, pop my screen up again, please. My laptop. Yeah, there we go. So when you get to the BQ site, there you go. The BQ Watch Show, 10th, 11th of June. Get your free ticket here. And all you have to do is click it, pop your name and address in, and you are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Going back to the Cartier.
Yeah.
If we can, for just a moment. Of course. I think we said it on the video. It really does sit beautifully on the wrist, doesn't it?
It really does. It really, really does. It's very... classy, as I think I kept saying in the video.
Do you think it's a sort of watch a lady could wear as well? Do you think?
You can't say that in 2023.
Why? Why? Oh, okay. Do you think it's a sort of watch a she, her, they, them?
I think anyone. I'll be honest.
Him
I think
can wear.
A lot of women now will go 36, 41. I don't see many women now going for the smaller size.
Yeah.
Just because. I mean, I don't. I prefer like the bigger watches.
I'm going to put something's in my head now. I'm going to get
please.
Badly told off for this.
No. What is it?
Because when I just said she, her, he, him, I get so lost with all this stuff. Clearly, it's an age thing. I don't know sometimes how to handle it, but I got put in a terrible position a couple of weeks ago. And let me ask you what you would do with this. So I was working, and one of the people I work with came over to me and said, just to let you know, that Douglas over there don't say, can you ask him to go? He's a they, them. And I said, what do you want me to do with that? Yeah. I didn't know what to do apart from calling him Douglas at that point, because his name was Douglas. I didn't know what to do but all I kept thinking was, what happens if I put in a position and I say, can you ask him to go and get they, them? He identifies as a they, them, and I didn't know what to do. What would you do? Just call him Douglas?
Just call him Douglas, yeah. I do find it quite difficult. I get it, and everyone's entitled to everything. But yeah. I feel like it doesn't go in the sentence, which is then what confuses me.
But that's what I'm saying.
Can you ask them to go? Like,
yeah.
You could be talking about anyone. Like, I feel like it sounds a bit rude, and I don't want to sound rude.
And that's how I felt about it. It just felt, sorry to get off topic, everybody. Kaylie and I just nattering over the stuff. But yeah. Nicola, Cartier makes totally elegant watches. Half time it's 0-0, thank goodness, but I'm sure there'll be goals in the second half. There was another release this week, actually, Kaylie, I wanted to talk about, because I know you're madly into the watch world and you've got all the time in the world to look at YouTube and stuff like that, haven't you? Which was this.
That's cool.
Yeah, Omega's launched a trio of travel-ready Aquaterra world timers, marking the third major release from the brand this year, following on from the Speedmaster Super Racing with Spyrate. New entrants in the colourful Aquaterra line. What do you think, Kaylie?
I actually really like them, you know.
Really nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can you see the globe as well?
Yeah, that's very cool.
And the world timers. Absolutely stunning. I wonder what everybody else thinks of that.
It's I like them.
I know Russell will like this, but it's METAS certified. Yeah. How much do you think such a thing is, Kaylie? If you had to guess, bearing in mind it's Omega.
8.
Well, actually, you're spot on. It's $10,200, which is probably about $8,000, isn't it, give or take? And the titanium is about $11,800. I think that's certainly a bit different. I'm not sure if it screams at me to buy it.
See, I quite like them,
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But if I owned BQ watches and this came in, that's what amazes me actually about Spencer. Apart from the fact he's not here again. If I was Spencer and I owned BQ watches and all of these watches came in, I'm not sure if I could help myself but to like wear the stock. Yet he always sticks the same watch.
Gav, you would be a nightmare. I couldn't. You'd be like, I like this one today. Oh, actually, this one. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to have one on each wrist and one on each ankle. That's what you'd be like. You wouldn't be able to leave.
That's not a bad thing, is it?
Well,
I was going through the drawers today looking for watches for tonight's show, which I didn't end up taking any. But it's actually now with all of the new stock coming through, which I haven't even looked at because of the consignment stuff and the fact they're in different packaging, and although they're in the safe, they're not sort of in the drawers because there's just too many of them. Just an incredible selection of unbelievable watches, and I've seen, like, going through the website as well recently, some really sort of diverse stock.
Yeah, 100%.
And I know in the new stock that you're sort of picking up for consignment, again, just watches I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like close up, some really lovely older pieces as well.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. Any particular favourites for you?
God, Gav.
Anything that you've thought, oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's a cool little piece.
To be fair, I feel like at the minute, every day, I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Nick's saying if I was at BQ, I'd be wearing a different watch every hour.
You ain't got the time at the minute, so.
Yeah. It's don't dabble in your own supply. Number one rule. Tim, you're not wrong there. But yeah. We're going to do your celebrity watch.
No,
up on Kaylie's celebrity watch. What do we got here, Kaylie?
So this is the day date olive.
Yeah.
Obviously, this, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Power on Netflix. This is...
Yes, about the guy who owns the nightclub.
Yeah,
is that the
Ghost. One? So this is Ghost's son, Tariq. Obviously not in real life, but I can't remember his...
Hold on, he's the little boy?
Yeah.
He's all grown up. What, and he wears Rolex? He's about 7.
He's not.
He's not? Wow, no. He's really grown up.
So he's wearing the day date olive, which obviously, as we know, is very popular.
By the way, that could be a summer watch for me.
We didn't even think of that. Is crazy.
That's a mental watch.
Yeah.
I would actually say that is on my top list of unbelievable watches.
Yeah. So the list on that is 35. Obviously, we kind of know what obviously they're selling for at the minute. It's like 40.
I was going to say 50. I didn't even look.
Maybe.
What is it? 43.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Silly, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. What do we got up next? Up next, we've got... there he is.
But I'd say this...
The man, the myth,
I feel
the
like
legend.
I've maybe picked summer watches a little bit, because this is quite summery in its own way.
I feel like it's every day, though.
Yeah, every day, summer day.
Not a watch for me. I've always said it.
Always said it, haven't you?
Daytona's not for me. This Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona in oyster steel with a white dial. Oyster, so yeah, basically.
Yeah, list 12.5.
24? Is it 24 these days?
Probably up it a little, maybe 27.
Really? James, flick it up. What have we got?
26.5.
26.5. Okay. I don't see the value there. Harry Kane. God, I feel sorry for him. Stuck in a club where he's never going to win anything. He's got to be off this summer. No question. Stainless steel, Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, self-winding flying tourbillon. I feel like we've done this watch before. Smoke blue. List
125k.
Feel like we did this watch last week on someone else. No, because that word tapissiere was something we used last week on someone. I'm absolutely sure. It was on... was it a basketball player last week?
No.
I'm sure it was.
No, because now you're questioning me. And
well, now I'm thinking, is this James? Is this basically...
No, but I sent you that.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking. I'm just making sure we got the right... Tapissiere, I'm telling you. We said it last week on the show.
Gav, you're right.
I am, aren't I? Is it the same watch on someone else?
No, it's a different...
It's a different watch, but tapissiere, yeah?
Yeah.
Who was it last week?
John Mayer.
John Mayer, there you go.
Yeah, so
with a tapissiere dial.
Yeah, but it was a different colour last week.
Oh, good. Okay, it was slightly different. So it's list 125 grand. He's got a bit of a watch collection, hasn't he?
Hasn't he just?
Yeah, hasn't he just?
That money.
125 grand. I'm going to go 250. Spencer, what do you think? Oh, nothing. You're not here again. 250. Kaylie, what is it? Do you remember?
No, I think you might be right. Oh my God, what is that banging? 200.
200 grand. There you go. I saw a TikTok this week. I know you're very big on TikTok, aren't you? If you haven't already seen, Kaylie is massive on TikTok. Massive. She's viral and everything. But I did see that a TikToker did Erling Haaland's watches.
Oh, really?
For someone so young,
and
obviously very, very wealthy, he's got an insane watch collection. They did his whole run through. If you are someone of an age who actually looks at TikTok, go and have a look at the video of Erling Haaland's watch collection. Pretty mental. Paul Thorpe, where have you been all my life? Good to have you in the chat, Paul. Hope you're doing well. I miss you. I love you. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah, we miss you, Paul.
When am I coming down to Brighton? I've got literally 10 days off. Can we get together and do some stuff? We'll leave Spencer out because he doesn't turn up for anything these days anyway. He's too busy Bob the Buildering. We got some questions in for Instagram, Kaylie. So they're all for Spencer. So we'll just do our best. We'll do our best. Let's see what we can do. Okay, before we go to those, the Mark Time says, by the way, possible web bug. If you click on events, doesn't appear to be a link back to the main website. I'm sure the tech team of Simon is probably watching this. Simon, can you jump straight on that and get that fixed? First question in for Spencer. From the thumbnail, how do you keep in shape?
Become Bob the Builder.
Yeah, so that's a lot of hard work, Russell. A
lot of stress.
That's a lot of stress. That is a lot of paddle tennis and a giant amount of photoshopping.
Yeah.
Because it's David Hasselhoff's body. But you would know that because you're a big Knight Rider fan. Question number 2. This is from Colette Manson. Colette, I saw you having your feet done just about an hour ago in the foot salon. They look very lovely. If you were to set up anywhere abroad, where would it be? Well, Kaylie, where would you choose?
Dubai.
I had a funny feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, Dubai.
Why Dubai? Because there's so much money there.
Yeah. Also, the tax is what, 5%?
I don't even think there is any tax, is there?
I think it's 5% tax.
5% sales tax. I think it's tax-free if you live there.
Yeah, so...
But yeah. But would that mean you'd have to live there? Would you want to live in Dubai?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Or Marbs. They're my two. Dubai or Marbs.
I would probably go Miami.
Interesting. I didn't even think of America.
I would go Miami.
I'd go LA. No, I'm joking.
I'd go Miami.
To be fair,
and
anywhere.
I'd compete with Roman. That would do it. Question from Walks and Watches. Anyone know if Omega are launching any new pieces other than the World Timer? Not that I know of, but we'll ask everybody in the chat. I'm sure, actually, if someone knows, it will probably be Heavenly Mark, because he's very Omega in touch. Yeah. So, Mark, if you know of any new Omegas being launched, pop it in the chat right now to give Walks and Watches his answers. Thank you for that. Next question. Green, this is from Gotham. Green versus red versus turquoise versus yellow, OP41. And I just thought I'd just put the whole lot up there.
So this is my order in all of them.
Okay. Green versus red, first of all.
Red.
Red for me. Turquoise versus yellow.
Turquoise.
Easy. Turquoise. But go on, what's your order?
If my order of them all, I'll do it quick. Ready?
Yeah.
Tiffany, pink, yellow, red, green, blue, silver, black.
I'm going to go even more confusing. I'm going to do it in reverse. My least favourite, silver. Least favourite, black. Then after that, I'm going to do blue. Then I'm going to go green, yellow, red, pink, Tiffany.
Oh, so
which is
our
probably,
top two are the same?
Yeah. I would imagine everybody's top two are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Ryan Chamberlain says 30th anniversary Seamaster this year. There you go. 4CD says Dubai's way too hot in summer, Kaylie. You wouldn't last a fortnight.
Don't test me.
I mean, it's 42 degrees there or something ridiculous. Question number 8, Arts and Curation. Are there any 2023 Rolex models that trade below list in the grey market yet? What have you got Rolex 2023, if any, that's close to list or perhaps just below list?
Like Datejust 41s or like Air Kings.
Air Kings, you're bid below list, but are they trading? Can I buy one below list? No. But
they're like around, probably around only list. A little bit more than list.
Right, okay.
Do you know
so
what I mean?
Pretty much there. Wow, okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Question number 7 from Gotham. Royal Oak Chrono or Royal Oak 15400
Chrono.
ST? Yeah, for me it's the Chrono all day long 100%. With that beautiful waffly dial.
Yeah.
Love that. And our very last question for Spencer. Thoughts on the Oris Aquis watches of a Switzerland edition? I had to Google this. So it's a special edition for watches of Switzerland. I believe it's limited to a certain number. The whole world is full of collabs, isn't it? But what do you think of that? That is not for me.
No, sorry. We don't really deal
Does
in our wrists.
absolutely nothing for me either.
No.
I did see the Kermit, didn't we, when we went with Russell to Watches and
That was
Wonders?
quite cool, actually.
That was quite cool, wasn't it?
But it's because it's different, right? It doesn't
it's
look
got
like
Kermit on it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's basically it. Kaylie, another week, another show. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, we boss it, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't
Spencer
need to
who?
be here. Yeah, I mean, who?
Yeah. Spencer, you're welcome to come back at any point. We will gladly have that Watch Guy London to come and join his own show. And failing that, we'll always be there to step in. Guys, if you'd like to come and join us on the show, what's stopping you? I invite you every week, and the email doesn't flow with your acceptances. If you're a watch collector, we'd love to have you come on.
Yes,
Drop me an email.
100.
thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com. If you find yourself in London over the summer on a Monday, pop in and see us. We'd love to take care of you. Come and have dinner with Kaylie, myself, and maybe Spencer if you're lucky. Come and see the BQ new premises in about a month's time. That'll be great. And yeah, we'd just love to get some friends. Kid Mambo says, how do you come up with new ideas for the show each and every week?
Gav, that's for you.
Well, that is a great question. So on a Sunday afternoon, generally, I scratch my head and I go, holy moly, what should we talk about tomorrow and make it last an hour? And generally speaking, we kind of get there, don't we?
We do.
Well, I hope you enjoy it anyway. I mean, that's the bottom line. I hope everybody enjoys hanging out with us on a Monday. Also, if there's any watches you want to see on the show and discuss.
Can I show you my tattoo?
Can you show your tattoo?
Did I show you my tattoo?
You whispered again. We've got microphones.
Sorry.
Everyone can hear us.
I forget that we're live.
Goodness. Why don't you turn it to the camera and everyone can see the tattoo you've got? Now, there's a story behind that. It's a heart, isn't it, behind your ear? Now, the story is...
My sister turned 18 a couple of weeks ago. So me, her and my mum all got matching tattoos.
That's gorgeous.
Exactly in the same place.
Should I have got one as well?
No, sorry.
Because
You're
we're
not
not
part
related.
Of the gang.
I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't done so already, Kaylie, what do people need to do tonight?
Please make sure that you comment, subscribe, upvote, most importantly.
Yeah.
And...
maybe write in the comments one good reason why Spencer Dry should be back on the show next week to basically take on...
We're not here next week.
We're not here... We're not here next week because Kaylie's going to Beyonce and Spencer's too busy building and it's bank holiday.
Yep.
So I'm sorry about all these bank holidays the government have given us this year, but it means we've got another Monday off. But Monday week, Spencer Dryer, you are doing the... I can
challenge
do the multitask challenge. You're going to build this Lego set live on the show. It's made for a 6-year-old. You shouldn't really struggle. We should be okay. You missed out on the special gift that I hand selected for you. This is now going to the local charity shop tomorrow, and some lucky kid's going to buy it for about 60p, and it won't sit on your shelf anymore. I think that's it. Kaylie, time to do the outro. Off you go. If you haven't.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.